The old house felt different that night. Its usual creaks were sharp, cold, and wrong. I tried to read, but the words slipped away, drowned by a snapping floorboard above me. I told myself it was just the house settling, but a chill in my stomach said otherwise. Something was awake in the house with me, and it wasn't friendly. I pulled my blanket tight, headphones on, music up. Still, a whisper cut through. I ripped off the headphones. Silence. Then the whisper again, closer. It slithered from the shadows, a hiss that made my skin crawl. I stared into the darkness, feeling watched, suffocated. My parents were out, my brother gone. I was alone with the whispering thing. Hiding under the covers wasn't an option. The whisper grew louder, insistent. I was always the scared one, the girl who needed a nightlight. But tonight, the fear was different, personal, directed at me. The whisper seemed to call my name, daring me to respond. I sat frozen, heart pounding, knowing I couldn't ignore it any longer. Something in the house wanted me to listen. I had to get out of my room. The walls were closing in the whispers now, a low, urgent murmur. I crept to the door, the knob icy cold, and opened it to a hallway darker than it should be. Moonlight cast twisted shadows that seemed to move, reaching for me. The whispering was everywhere, a chorus of voices promising terrible things. I forced myself forward, each step heavy, the floor groaning beneath me. Shadows danced, one stretching like a tall, thin man with long arms. I pressed against the wall, heart racing, but kept moving. The phone was downstairs. If I could reach it, maybe I could call for help. The whispers grew clearer, speaking of fear and loneliness, trying to pull me in. A wave of sadness hit, but I shook it off, focusing on the staircase ahead. I told myself it was a trick, a trap to make me give in. I gritted my teeth and moved toward the stairs, refusing to let the shadows win. I was determined to face whatever waited below. At the top of the stairs, the whispers faded, but the cold remained. The house was silent. No clock, no fridge, just a heavy, waiting stillness. I crept through the living room, moonlight making everything ghostly. At the end of the hall, the old mirror was different, its surface black, absorbing all light. The cold radiated from it, chilling me to the bone. A single voice spoke from the mirror. "You are afraid." It wasn't a question. It knew. I wanted to run, but I was rooted in place, staring into the darkness. The voice continued. "All of them are afraid. They hide. They give up. That is what fear does." Its words stung, echoing my own doubts and failures. I saw myself in the mirror, not my reflection, but a pale, terrified version of me. The voice mocked my weakness, feeding on my fear. I felt anger rising, pushing back against the cold emptiness. I realized the voice wanted me to surrender to fear, but I refused. Anger sparked inside me, burning through the fear. I clenched my fists, grounding myself in the moment. I faced the mirror and spoke. "I am afraid, but I'm not hiding." My reflection wavered, showing the scared girl I'd always been. Seeing her made my resolve harden. I wouldn't let fear define me. I stepped closer, the cold intensifying, but I pushed back. The voice hissed, "You are nothing. You will be lost in the dark." But I stood firm, meeting the darkness with my own gaze. "No," I said. "You are the shadow. You feed on fear, but you can't have mine." A crack appeared in the mirror, spreading fast. The scared reflection shattered and white light burst out, driving the darkness away. The voice screamed, then faded into nothing. I stood in the light, unafraid. The light filled the hallway, warm and peaceful, chasing away the shadows. The house felt like home again. Familiar sounds returned, and the fear was gone. I looked at my reflection in a shard of broken mirror. The girl staring back was calm, strong, changed. The darkness hadn't created my strength, it forced me to find it. When my parents came home, I told them the mirror had fallen. The truth was mine alone, a secret strength I'd carry forever. I knew there would be other fears, other challenges. But now, I had a choice. Let fear win or face it. That night taught me courage isn't the absence of fear, but acting despite it. I was no longer the girl who hid from shadows. I was ready for whatever came next.